Hello guys, I'm Sagar Sonone and today I'm going to discuss about the carbohydrates. So today in this video we can discuss all the information about the carbohydrates, its classification, deficiency, treatment, and the all basic information related to carbohydrate. So carbohydrate, all of you know the living organism require the volume biomolecules or the uh, biomolecules for the several activities or the biological process like storage of energy, regulations of the metabolic cycles, and carbohydrate, nucleic acid, and lipids, protein are the four major biomolecules. Okay, so now what are the carbohydrates? Means what is a carbohydrate? Carbohydrates are defined as biomolecules containing a group of naturally occurring carbonyl compound like aldehyde and ketones. Okay, and several hydroxyl group. It consists of the carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Usually with hydrogen and oxygen atom it has ratio 2 as 1 like water. Okay, and it represents the empirical formula, that is a CH2O. Okay, but some compound do not follow this precise stereochemistry definition, such as the uric acid, and there are the other that deposit having a groups of similar carbohydrates. They are not classified as them, for example formaldehyde and acetic acid. Okay, so now we can discuss about the classification of carbohydrate. Carbohydrate majorly divided into four groups based on the degree of polymerization, that is a monosaccharide, disaccharide, oligosaccharide, and polysaccharide. Okay, so first of all we can talking about the monosaccharide. So monosaccharide are the simplest carbohydrate, and we say the simple sugar that they cannot be hydrolyzed into the smaller groups or the smaller carbohydrates. The monosaccharide means the one, and we show that presence of only sugar unit. Okay, so they are building blocks of disaccharide and polysaccharide. For this reason they are also known as the simple sugar, and those simple sugar are colorless, crystalline in nature, solid, that are soluble in the water and insoluble in the non-polar solvent. Okay, so now we can talking about the disaccharide. Means what is a disaccharide? Okay, so disaccharide is a carbohydrate. They can contain only two sugar units, which are subjected dehydration of reactions, and in this process hydroxyl group of the monosaccharide combines with the hydrogen another monosaccharide through a covalent bond, and releasing a molecules of water, and the covalent bond formed between the two sugars known as a glycosidic bond. And now we can talking about the oligosaccharide. Okay, so oligosaccharide is nothing but they are compound that yield 3 to 10 molecules of the same or the different monosaccharide on the hydrolysis, and all the monosaccharide are joined through the glycosidic linkage, and the base on the number of the monosaccharide attached with the oligosaccharide are classified as a trisaccharide, tetrasaccharide, pentasaccharide, and so on. Okay, and last is the polysaccharide. Polysaccharide are the compound, or the we can say the unit of more than 10 monosaccharides. Okay, they can bond each other of monosaccharide, and they can form the polysaccharide carbohydrate. Okay, so now we can talking about the deficiency of the carbohydrate. Means what is the deficiency of carbohydrate and which disease is happened due to the carbohydrates. Okay, so carbohydrate, you all of know that carbohydrate is a form, we can say that is a source of energy. Okay, so carbohydrate deficiency disease consists a category with health conditions that occur due to the lack of carbohydrate present in the human body. Okay, so most of people avoid carbohydrate in order avoid to gaining weight and skipping the carbohydrate, and makes you prone to several carbohydrate and deficiency diseases. The symptoms of the carbohydrate deficiency, that is the insufficient energy, low of aptitude, nausea, constipation, dizziness, fatigue, now we can say bad breath and dehydration. Okay, so what is the main reason and the causes of the carbohydrate deficiency? That is, carbohydrate intolerance causes the nutrient deficiency in the human body, and there are the two carbohydrates intolerance type, that is the primary and secondary. The primary intolerance take place that is when one body lack of enzyme due to the some genetic defects and since from the birth, and secondary intolerance, that is a type that occurs to the other disease. Furthermore, intolerance, that is a different carbohydrate rich food such as vegetable, beans, milk, fruits, and leads to a deficiency of carbohydrates. Okay, so now we can talking which type of disease can be caused due to the deficiency or the lack of carbohydrate. That is the diabetes, galactosemia, ketosis, Hunter syndrome, Huller syndrome. Okay, mucolipidosis, and etc. Okay, so last at the end we can talking about the treatment of the deficiency and how how we prevent the deficiency of the carbohydrate. That is the aromatherapy, hydrotherapy, homotherapy, then juice therapy, and last is the Chinese traditional herbal medicine are used to treat the deficiency of the carbohydrate. Okay, and consuming starchy vegetable, carbohydrate rich food can prevent such a disease, and disease caused by the lack of carbohydrate can be prevented with the intake 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrate daily. Okay, so today's video we can cover the all information related to carbohydrate, its functions, its basic information, classification, deficiency treatment, and how we can prevent the carbohydrate. In today's video we can discuss. So thank you.